8, 9, woo, and then 10. Very good. Now we're going to take both legs up and your hands can plant on the floor next to your pelvis. Draw a circle with your legs glued. We're going to do 10 of these corkscrews. The bigger the circle, the harder it is to keep the ribs down. So you can regulate how big your circle is. Try to keep the ribs down, especially here when the feet are farther away. And 5, keep the neck soft. There's no tension there. 7. And we're going to do 1 more each direction. And a modification is to bend the knees if you need. And then you're going to hug. Now this time, both legs can be in close. Nice job. Just hug a little bit. And then we're going to slide the left leg down. Now I'm going to move the roller just a little bit, and the right leg is up. Now we're going to take 5 circles each way. So draw a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go 5 the other way and enjoy the mobility in your hip. You want your ribs to be down. There is a little ab tone to do this exercise right here. Keep that leg in the air, and we're going to wake up that hamstring with a little point and flex. You're going to make sure you feel your hamstring belly, nothing tearing at the knee or the sit bone. Draw a few circles. You should still feel the belly stretching of your hamstring, and then go the other way. Now we're going to take the right leg down, and let's take the left leg up. You can reach your hands behind that leg, and then try the point and the flex, and act like you're articulating through your foot. Draw a circle, left. Oh, good. And then the other. I'm mixing up the order. Sorry, Karen. And then get ready, hands beside, and then draw that circle. I mixed up the order. Good catch. 3. Now the ribs are down on this one, and if you're not sure, your hands here will tell you that your abs are working. 5 the other way. Neck is soft. It's not contracting to help you up. 2. A pillow is always a modification you can use. Let's grab that one now that it's warmed up, and take that foot and ankle again, and a little bit of circle. Let's put both feet in the air and try to spread out your toes. Move the ankles any way you need. Hug the legs in. And then we're going to take our hands underneath the thighs. You can use a little bit of a kick to bring yourself up. Nice job. Grab a sip. We're going to work on this side of the body now, but we'll take a little sip here. Belly down. Your legs are going to go behind you. The foam roller could be used. I'm going to show it with the swan with, but you could also do this on the floor. So if you're using the foam roller, your hands are pretty wide here. I like to knife down so the pinky side of the forearm is on the mat, is on the roller, either one. So up, and just let your natural breathing start you off. So if you inhale, your spine will go up a little easier. Inhale, spine up. Now you might notice you can go a little higher if you feel like your back has warmed up. And we're going to do a couple more, but you might feel like you can go a little higher because your back is warmed up. And then find a place where you can hold for 10. Here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover for a moment. Now we're going to do it again. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. I'll keep going. Let me just make sure there's nothing going on with my... Oh, Mary Catherine. I think, Catherine, your thing is on. Yep. Catherine, can you turn your audio off? I'm gonna hit mute. Okay, it's muted. All right, Catherine, yours is off, but make sure you can still hear me. Now we're gonna put our hands beside the pelvis like this. Breathe in. Now, when you come up, your hands are not helping you. And you're gonna notice it's almost like you're floating. You're gonna notice you go up and down a little naturally. Your back. Good. Up and down. Good. All right, now release, and then your hands, if you can add on, they're going to interlace at the lower back. If that's too much, just leave them beside your hips. So get ready, here we come, up. Now on this one, lift your toes, lift your torso, and lift your arms. 10. And take another breath. Relax for a moment. Nice. Now we're going to do a little bit of the rear fly. So let your hands come down. This is called I position. Lift up your back. Now lift up your arms. Now your arms are going to lift higher than your back for 10 reps. Here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover for a moment and then let your arms go out like a T. You're going to lift up your back, lift up your arms, lift up your toes, and our arms are going to lift higher. Here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower for a minute. Now this is the Y position. You're going to breathe in and lift everything up, and then we add on the arms. 10 lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover for a moment, and one way is just a windshield wipe. We're going to be doing a knee bend anyway in this next pose called Dhanurasana, the bow. So you're ready, if you would like, hold on to a foot or an ankle or two. So when you're ready, we're going to go up. 10. Nice. All right, now we're going to do that one again or the other foot. So get ready, lift. And then lower. Now we're taking a child's pose. Nice job, guys. And if you would like your toes to curl under, that's a nice one. Toes under, good. Breathe in. And then we're going to do articulation. Actually, grab a sip if you'd like. The next one we're going to do is some spinal articulation. All right. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, breathe in. It's like a cat-cow. Your focus is on that articulation. Feel how good that is. And then we're going to do a few circles with the hips. So you might take 3 to 4 each way. I always like this because it feels like it gets a different part of my back than the cat-cow. Go the other way. What we're doing is just stretching it in different ways. And then we're going to do a little wag the tail. So lift up your right shin and look at your right toes, and then look at your right toes over your left shoulder. Look at your right toes over your right shoulder. Look at your right toes over your left shoulder. This is a QL stretch. Now lower your right toes, pick up your left toes, look over your left shoulder to the left toes, look over your right shoulder to the left toes. You should feel your lower back. These are just a handful of back stretches if you're ever feeling tight or you've traveled a lot or you found you were sitting down a lot. Now, child pose for a moment. Breathe in. And then either come back to cat-cow, or if you would like to add on, you can go into down dog. You're going to lift up your heels and go into an inhale, up dog, and then a down dog. Heels, up dog. Breathe in. And out, and in, and out. So how about one more of those? Breathe in. And then hold your down dog or child's pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and recover. Nice job. Grab a sip. You're doing great. I'm going to do a little bit for the abductors for balance and for building bone density. So the hip is used to being strong in different angles. So the first thing we'll do is prop up. A modification would be you lie down, but take your top leg and draw, think about a beach ball, draw large circles. We'll do 10 each way and try to stay lifted. Good. 4, you feel your abs a little bit just for tone. 6, 7, your shoulders stable. Now we're going to flex that foot so you're going the other way for 10. 2, long knee if you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to take the other leg, so you're going to lie down, and we're going to take the bottom leg and draw a very large circle. It won't quite be the size of a beach ball anymore, but really tall. Now try to go backwards for 10 and pull all the toes back, even the pinky toe. Inner thigh, this also helps with balance. 4, and it complements walking, hiking. 9. Now we're going to do everything on that other side. So just touching those other muscles in a frontal plane. So lift up. Top leg is pointed or toes. Up, lift up. 4, 5, 6. Yep, stay lifted. 7, there's a little waist lift. 8. And then we're going to go backwards. Try to pull your toes back. 9. Breathe in. Woo, and was one leg different than the other? Take the arm and let it be a pillow. Bottom leg is going to be doing circles. Keep going. I've got my mic in my hip too. And you want to point, so there's a little ab tone as well. Flex and go back. Nice job. Okay, so we're going to take a little stretch here. Let's take one rotation. Let your left knee go down and kind of let this be a chance to fuel up. Get a full breath. Get a calm heart rate. 2, 3. Feel your knee keep going over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Now we're going to take it to the other side. One knee's long. And go this way. Looks good. So I like the fact that you feel so much in the stretch. So notice how your hip feels. Notice how your low back feels. Notice how your upper back has a rotation and your shoulder chest. So hold 10 more. Five, 4, 3, 2, inhale. And then on the exhale, come back. So we're going to be popping up. If you want to use your hands on your thighs, go for it. We're going to do a little, we'll call it a functional fitness test. We're going to do push-ups for a minute. So the goal is that you just keep going. And that means you might change what kind of push-up you're doing. Let's say you start on your toes and you might go to your knees. Then from your knees, you might go to all fours. Or you might go to standing. Or you might just start standing. But we're going to do it for a minute. And just challenge yourself. Make sure nothing hurts, obviously. But we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. And then just try to go for a minute of your safe push-ups. Of course, if you have to rest, do. But one thing you could do is change to all fours, or you could go up to the wall. Good. That a girl. Keep breathing. So it's kind of like a little endurance endurance or for time challenge. Good. Yep. All right, so we're halfway there. See if you can do another 30 seconds of something like a push-up. Yep, even if you change the form. All right, keep going. We're at 10 more seconds. Two, and one. So I hope that felt like a different challenge than your typical doing 10 push-ups or so. Very good. Yeah, pat yourself on the back when you're ready. That was good. I like that, Catherine. You deserve a pat on the back. So now we're going to do a rotation. This is again to get the heart rate lower, to get the homeostasis back, to release any tension. So just hold 10. Good job on that. Breathe in. Now we're going to go to the other side. I do like the arm lift. It kind of encourages a lifted spine. And catch your leg or catch the floor and hold 10. Five. Nice job. Now I'd like to offer a minute plank, but so Betty sent me a little age chart for your plank, and it says something crazy like we should be able to do 15 or 20 seconds for our age. And I said, no. She thought it was cute because we're all doing at least a minute, aren't we? So we're going to do the minute. Now, if you do need to modify, go to your knees. What I'll do is I'll sign us off in about 5 seconds, and we're going to hold it for a minute the best you can. Get ready, 3, 2, and then just hold a minute. And just know you're double or triple the standards that were given. So another little trick is just to go through your form cues. Your ear should feel like it's in line with your shoulder. Your abs should feel like they're lifted. Karen, your plank's been looking good since we had an email about it, so I see nothing sticking out. The low back looks fabulous. So keep going. Another little exhale is cue is that the exhale pulls your belly in. You guys are already halfway there, over. That your forearms are strong so your shoulder blades feel real wide on your back. They don't feel like you're collapsing in the back. Looks like 10 more seconds. 10. And it's 5 more seconds. And then rest into a Sphinx. So we did really good. We blew those standards out of the water. So press your hands down. I'll probably put that in the next newsletter. I thought it was really good. Makes you feel good when you're doing way more than what was expected, huh? Now this is a nice opposite one. So what you'll do is kind of like triangles by your ears. Your arms are out to the side. Now, when you lift up your right leg, you're going to also lift your torso with the left shoulder a little higher, and then you come back down to prone. Lift your left leg, and then the right upper back, it's higher. So keep going. This is thoracic extension with rotation. The opposite leg is lifting. So breathe in. You got it. So it's opposite. This is really good to help strengthen the muscles that are helpful for walking, a healthy gait. The posterior oblique chain, it's called. So at your own pace, 6 more. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Now one more, but you're going to leave your head down in any kind of neck rest position. One leg up and then the other. We're going to do 10 single hip extensions. 3, 4, good. And your hips are level. 5, neck is soft. 6. All this is for the legs. Now the bonus would be vertical off the floor flutter, about 20. Recover for a moment, and then we're going to tap the feet together. Here we go. Tap, 20. And then we're going to push back into a child's pose. So when you're there, we're going to add on a clamshell. So walk your hands over to the left so that your right pinky's far away from your hip. Breathe. And then walk it over to the other side, the left. Breathe. And then you're going to come back up and grab a sip. Now this won't be quite as long, but we're going to do a challenge of 40 seconds on our side plank. So listen to your body. You know, if something doesn't feel right, go to your knee or something. Because it's a long still hold, I'm going to fold my mat. That way my bone is super comfortable, my ulna. So if you're like me and you want some more bone support, so get ready in 3, 2, 1, come up. Now again, we're shooting for 40 seconds because it's only one arm. 5, good. So I'm going to give us little countdowns here. 10, that way I don't forget where we started. 15, good, long and strong. 20, you can act like your head's against a wall. 25, feel how solid that is. 30, you're doing great. Just think you're doing on one arm what some recommendations are for 2 arms. Get ready. And then lower down. That was 40. Look, everyone looked good. And because we want a comfortable setup, I'm going to do a little fold. And we're going to do 40 again. So I'm going to give us about 5 seconds to get ready. So take an inhale, and on your exhale, come up. Hold. It's like your back's against a wall. All right, we're already at 5. Nice, everybody looks good. You're up against a wall. Breathing. 10, you have strong thoughts. 15. I'll kind of give us the 5-second breakdowns. So now we're already at 20, which is halfway through. Okay, so it is 25. And it's 30, which only means 10 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, neck is soft. That was a good cue. And relax. Nice job. So grab a sip. So that was great. You're doing wonderful on the fitnesses, the functional fitness test, and we're going to do a lateral flexion. It's okay if your hand's down or if you cross your knee, whichever you need. Hold. Breathe into that side. And this is one where you could do kind of like that clamshell. You could have little muscle differences here. Get all of it. Feel all your shoulder feeling better in your lap. This is a great stretch for posture. So it's up, 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 over, over, over. You could cross your hand or you could put it on the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get all the little, any tough spots. 3, tight spots. 2. Come up. Good job. We're going to prop ourselves up on our forearms behind us. You missed the half moon stretch, but now we're back and we're doing a little can-can. So what you'll do is be on your forearms. Notice I'm lifting up through my sternum so that you don't feel collapsed. The legs go to one corner and then they go to the other. And we're just going to do 6 more. 6, 5, good. 4, a little point. 3, 2, 1. And then rest on your back for just a moment and we'll hug the legs in. So we're going to give our neck a break, just kind of like a left and right motion. And then a draw of the circle like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your nose. And then go the other way a few circles just to release the neck. Nice. And then we're going to take a side lying position. Your arm is going to be like your pillow. So kind of like those abs that we did earlier on the side plank. We're in that same plane. Right here, you have a little tone. Act like your legs are glued or they're holding onto a ribbon. So their inner thighs are working, the hips are working like before, but now we're adding our abs. We're shooting for 10 more. Feel your waist pull in like you're tightening a corset here. 5 more. And if you can, take a banana boat, 1, and then we'll do 3, or you'll just meet me on the other side. Either way. 2 and 3. Okay, let's hit the other side. Awesome. Okay, arm like a pillow. Lift up. Belly in. Now you want to feel like your waist is tightening right before you lift your legs. So they're helping you. 6 right here, but your neck should feel safe. Your jaw is relaxed. You can open your mouth. Sometimes that helps. 10 more. 16. 17, 18, good lift, 19. Now you could do a few more, or if you want to mix it up and just do 3 banana boats, you can. 1, 2, good, and 3. Nice job. Grab a sip. We're going to stand up and do something against the wall for a minute. Sort of some functional tests we're sprinkling in here. All right, pretend. Well, you don't have to pretend. You can use a wall. You're going to sit. Let me just show you. So there's a wall. If you can find a wall in your house, and I want you to check your socks or your feet. Make sure nothing feels slick. I have these aloe socks, so I think they're pretty grippy. And Catherine, if that doesn't work, but I think it's working because it gets out of your knees, your weight's back. But if it doesn't, you can do calf raises. But you're going to go to your angle. So it could be 90 degrees. And then push your back against a wall. Now I'm looking at the clock. We're going to do at least a minute. And you're still breathing even though the legs are in an isometric contraction. So 5. 10. Good. Your head against the wall helps your posture, doesn't it? 15, it's good feedback loop for what straight is. 20, you might think heels heavier than the toes. 25. 30. Yeah, you can do calf raises if you need. 35. And this generally is out of the knees, so 40. Now I wasn't paying attention and my knee went out. I was looking at the clock, so make sure your knees are over your ankles. 45. 50. Yep. All the toes have equal weight on those calves. And get ready. Now, I like to put my hands here and just push up. You won't need them most likely, but it's kind of like you have them if you need them. Nice job. And then when you're standing up, we'll take 10 just normal calf raises. So what we're doing is a little bit more leg strengthening. Good job on the minute drills, by the way. That's another way you can mix up fitness, is not just by counting the number, but by counting a time. Now we're going to wrap one foot behind the other, and we're going to count a number of 10. So we're going to do 10 singles. Now we're going to do 10 on the other. So 10 singles. Now we're going to do a second set of 10 on the first leg. Long knees, really tall. We're going to do a second set of singles on the second leg. So you're doing 10, 10, 10, 10. So we're doing 3 sets of 10. Keep breathing. Keep the hips level. Good. Now we're going to do 10 on the first leg and 10 on the second leg. It'll be 3 sets of 10. And 10. All right, you look good. Now I want to offer that you can do a squat. So Catherine, if it's like this, that may be an option. Maybe it's like this. Maybe it's a wall squat. So let's just say the objective is to strengthen your legs. So however that is. Oh, sorry, we're doing 6 more. So this one is try to feel like you're even in each foot. You want to feel like you're even. You want to feel like both legs, if they had a scale underneath, would each have half your weight. All right, to 1 more. Now, the one-legged, this is a possibility, one-legged, and maybe you'll just do the calf raises again or a baby squat, or maybe you'll go down and try 10 squats somehow, and you will feel your body go forward on this. So, Catherine, any kind of leg strengthener, yeah, 3. But it's asymmetrical, so this makes sure that each of your legs has some work, and one leg's not always taken over, which is the case so much. 6, and you're breathing, so full breath. 7, and full extension. Stand all the way up like someone's taking your picture. That was it, Betty. 9, and then 10. Now we're going to do the other one. So 10, stand, 2, stand, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and breathe, and all the way up. A good 8. Yes, stand all the way up. 9, 10. Now we're going to take a sip before we do the next one. Great job, guys. We're going to do a little one-legged balance pose. Static balance. We're going to do a tree at first. 1 foot. You may lift and spread your toes. And 1 foot up. Now, if you would like, we can take a cow face arm or arms up or prayer. So we're going to hold about 20. This is really important to help reduce the chance of falling. That's why you'll see me sprinkle it in. Even if it's a Pilates class, we do a single leg balance. Good. I want it to be very normal. Now we are going to add on, so the hands go to the front. Try to keep your foot up and rotate your torso away from the knee. 20. You're going to be facing forward and then lowering. So really good. Now you know what's coming. It'll probably be easier on this side. Foot up. Whoops. I spoke too soon, but try the other arms. All right, you're tall. About 20. 2, good. Yep, you're tall. 3, 4. Good. That looks great, Karen. Look, 6. 10. You're open in the hips, so you don't want to feel like you're folded in the hips. You want to stand tall. 5, 4. Now try to just move the hands to the heart, and then you're rotating your torso away from the knee that's in the air. So rotate away. Ooh, one side feels a little harder. There we go. 1. About 20. Breathe in, and then turn to the front. Nice job. This is a dynamic balance, so we're going to take just 5 circles each way with your intention not touching the foot between. 5 the other way. Now we're doing 5 on each leg. So when you are done with 5 and 5 on one leg, go to the other and maybe you can make it bigger. Nice, and both knees long, or the arms. Good, Catherine, and 5 each way. Nice. And then when you're ready, we're going to change the vestibular system. So we're going to add in a finger interlace position. We're deliberately hinging forward. Now that changes the vestibular system, and try to hold for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now you're going to come back up. We're going to do the other side. Take a full breath. Good job. So inhale, exhale, hinge. Your head changes, so it's a little harder, and we're going to try to hold for 15. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Come back up. Nice. We have a one-legged balance to do next with our bent knee. So you could bend the knees. Now, you could find a place that's safe for you, lift up a foot, or if you feel like you can add on a lot, ankle to thigh, and then hold 10, 2, 3, good, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, excellent, excellent, really good. All right, take a full breath. Other side. Now, once you feel like you're in a place for a single leg squat, you can pick up the foot or even put the ankle on the thigh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It looked like one was a little bit harder. So that's what I saw. Yeah, I could see it in the angle and in the shaky. Now, this is going to be one of two things, Malasana or Happy Baby. So the other thing it could be is Malasana with a yoga block, but just see which one's good for you. Happy Baby on your back or Malasana. Yeah, with a block's great. I've got a little blue one, you've got your pink one. Notice the bones, how they kind of go into a really nice relaxation. 10. I'm also getting the hands. If you can get your hands stretched, wonderful. Breathe in. And then let that go. Nice job. Grab a little sit. Wonderful job, guys. We're going to do a little, my favorite, Mudrasana, but you can do this with your hand, your forearm, or your foot back. So let me show you a couple things you could do. And one is just a side plank with the foot back. Another is the hand, if you're trying to like get a little bit of wrist stimulus every now and then, so that if you were to fall, the wrist has some strength, some bone density. It's one of the top 3 areas where people can get osteoporotic. Breathe in. Oh, sorry, where fractures occur. Breathe in. And then lower down. Now, other side, you could do a forearm side plank with your foot back, or you could put your hand down. Some kind of side strengthener. Good. 10, 2, 3, 4, good. 5, 6, love it. 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to lower at the hip really carefully. Some type of balance. Now, this is a little V or teaser, and then this is a bigger one in yoga. It's called Navasana. 10. Breathe in. And then lower. Now, make sure you have enough mat behind you. Take an inhale and lower down. Now, this time we're going to take the right ankle to left thigh, and you might add a rock. 10. Feel all the hip muscles. If you would like to take the roll over where you're doing a teapot. You can roll over till that foot hits the floor. Open up your other arm, open up your knee. We work those hips a lot, and we work these hip stabilizer a lot. So if you're feeling that they need this stretch, it's not just your imagination. When we did all the one-legged balances and the one-legged squats, these muscles keep your femur in a safe place. So you may feel like, oh wow, they really need this stretch. It's accurate. Whew, and it lets go when you exhale. Get ready. Take the other one, and the first part we did was the ankle to thigh, almost like you're doing a supine pigeon. Reach your hands through. I like to rock here. Now, if you want to add on, roll over, the foot hits the floor, the right hand open up the knee, and the left arm goes out. Five, 4, 3, 2, and just feel a big stretch, big breath. And then we're going to be taking a quad stretch, and there's so many ways to take it, but one is lying on your side and your hand goes to your foot, or one is lying on your roller, that's it, and then your foot comes under. Another is just lying on your back, rib down. Good, that looks good. Pubic bone looks good. 10. Keep going, I'll show you on this. And when we breathe in, we'll try to send the breath low to the diaphragm, and then the ribs, and then the sternum. We're going to take another inhale, let that one up, and we're going to take the other side. So you could be on your other side. You could be on the roller pulling your shin under. That a girl? Yep. Neck is comfortable. Ten. 5, 3, 'Nice. And then we'll gently come off of there. And if you would like to put the roller underneath your sacrum, your one leg could be up and your one leg could be down. You're welcome to use a band. Now one leg's getting a great psoas stretch, so it's also a low back decompression. Yep. You're welcome to use a band. I'm just feeling lazy and I don't want to get up all the way over there where it's a foot away from me. That leg that's in the air could cross. Oh, that's a great outer hamstring. and then out. Now we're going to be just switching up the legs. So the leg that was up is now down, the other leg's up, and relax your neck, hold that hamstring. One leg's pouring down. The breath is full through your nose to your diaphragm, ribs, and sternum area, upper apex. You can cross that midline. And I'll let out to the side a little bit, inner hamstring. And then the leg that is in the air can come down, but try to keep your roller. You may need to scoot it down just a tiniest bit, and then your psoas is opening and your low back is decompressing. Relaxing here. And you can feel like everything's just melting. The low back is letting go. It's totally supported. It can relax. It doesn't have to hang on. And then let that out just for a bit and notice how your back feels. So I'm going to just scoot the roller out of the way. And then we're going to put the feet up on the wall if you would like. If you're very comfortable here, just stay. If you want that benefit of having the legs higher than the heart, it's a nice thing to do every day. You can do this pose every day. And then just, especially if you ever have throbbing legs or you've been sitting a long time, relax here. One more breath here. And then with care, let your hips off the roller and ease into a comfortable seated position, one that's so light you don't even feel like you're having to contract your muscles to be here. You're just gently lifted. And then we'll take a full breath in, and if you want to lift your arms, you can. It just encourages a deeper breath when the ribs are lifting. And then exhale out all tension. We're going to start all over. Don't you sometimes just feel like you want to slow everything down? We're going to slow everything down here for a couple more breaths. Just let everything go. Really enjoy the breath. Let everything go. And then just keep that sense of peace and how you have slowed things down just for a moment. You can place your hands on your heart with that intention. And we're going to keep hold of this intention for the rest of our day. Anytime we feel like things are moving fast or we're in a rush or a hurry, we can come back to a few breaths, slow everything down, and make everything feel better within our own power. With so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Happy Monday. Good job. Everybody looks so strong. Everybody looks good. Happy Monday. I hope I see you tomorrow at Tuesday. See you then. Bye. How was your run? Did you have to beat up any dogs? Did you run into any dogs? Okay, good. The little Australian Shepherd is pretty frequently there. The German Shepherd up on Michaela Street is there, but in a locked up position almost all the time. Where's the little doggy outside?
She's right by the door. Nobody wants to eat their chicken. Couch dog. Business stuff here for a sec. So driver's license, social security.
I gotta turn my computer on, but I'll give it to you.
Just give me all the documents.
Okay, but I think I gotta work soon, so let me see. Here's this one. Oh yeah, here, I got a minute. Here's this.
Social security.
I think it's in here. I haven't unpacked it and organized it yet because I wanted to see if I needed it for anything else. And then here's my driver's license.
You changed it the bank already.
So if you get my card, oh wait. In the first thing. This folded up thing is my new driver's license. And in here. Just go through it. Yeah. Let me turn this on. Yeah, and you can get some of that drink if you want.
You know how long I was looking for this cup?
I drank it because it was ready and I didn't have enough. Thank you for
Did you
sharing.
enjoy